national anthems of these respective countries. Well, the stage is set, isn't it? Some famous faces on display. Here's the Russia side. 4 changes made by Dick Advocaat to the one that drew with Lithuania on Tuesday night. There's a first cap for Kirill Nababkin at right back, regular fullback. Anyukov has a slight niggle. Nababkin's Siska teammate, and Zhagoev comes in for Ismailov. The other players recalled tonight, Yuri Zhirkov and goalkeeper Vyacheslav Malafeyev. You caught a little glimpse there of the referee, Nikolai Hane, the 36-year-old from Switzerland. The Italy players all hugs and kisses ahead of this, their one and only friendly. Buffon, one of those who's very much been in the news in the build-up to this game. No major injury worries for Italy, although Prandelli hasn't risked Chiellini tonight. It's his Juventus teammate Bazzagli and Bonucci who come in at centre-half. There is the referee with the 2 captains, Gianluigi Buffon, who makes his 114th appearance for Italy tonight, and Andrea Shavin. 4-3-3 will be the Italy formation, and an interesting attacking 3 confirmation there of our Swiss official. You've seen Mario Balotelli. Well, here is this team in full. As I say, Bazzagli and Bonucci, that'll be the centre-half pairing. Pirlo will be the holding midfielder with De Rossi and Marchisio in support, but Montolivo in behind Cassano and Balotelli. With those two in the team, surely Italy won't be dull. There's going to be a minute's silence here prior to kick-off. Or should I say a minute's applause. Well, terrifically respected. Well, so many stories for Italy in the build-up to this week. Police raiding their training camp. That was Monday. Earthquake Tuesday. No friendly. And here they are tonight, eventually getting the right kind of build-up to Euro 2012. Russia are their opponents. A team that have never beaten Italy. The Swiss referee just about ready to get us underway. Russia in white, Italy, as you'd expect, all in blue. Well, these are two sides who will be heading to Euro 2012 next week with outside hopes of lifting the Henri Delaney Trophy. Russia semi-finalists in Euro 2008, Italy, of course, world champions. And here's Kozhakov with his first chance, easily sniffed out by Claudio Marchisio. And De Rossi lays it out here towards Maggio. Forward by the Napoli, full-back to Balotelli. First little tangle with Ignashevich, and it goes against Mario Balotelli. Ignashevich, the captain of CSKA Moscow, up against the Manchester City striker, who's never far away from a headline or two. The latest headline, he has toothache, spent yesterday at the dentist. As long as he doesn't cause heartache, they'll settle for toothache in Italy. Headed up by Zhagoev, headed down by Balzaretti. Doesn't find Denisov. Now Pirlo, who'll be pulling the strings. I would have thought Prandelli hopes in the way that he pulled the strings for Juventus so superbly this year. Andrea Pirlo just caught a little late there. This is a friendly, but there'll be no quarter given. Incredible, isn't it, what's happened to Italy? It's history repeating itself like 6 years ago. They lifted the World Cup after that match-fixing scandal dominated the build-up. Well, as I mentioned before, police raided the national squad headquarters on Monday, led to Domenico Crescito pulling out of the squad. Prandelli, the coach, says the comparisons are nothing more than a cliche, but you can't help but look at it and think back 6 years. De Rossi forward, great run by Maggio, didn't take it down instantly, and as a result his pullback only found Andrea Schiavin. De Rossi. Montalivo had made a run forward, but ignored. Bonucci, Juventus centre-half, whose name has been mentioned in some of that scandal, although not under formal investigation. But it can't help but have affected the Italy squad. You turn up for training, then the police arrive. Buffon's lawyer had to speak up on his behalf yesterday, but he's out there on the pitch tonight. And this is Cassano. Antonio Cassano thought about going for goal. De Rossi was arriving. And that was the first opportunity of the match, just 3 minutes on the clock. De Rossi and Cassano linking up. And the Milan man found the Roman midfielder who arrived well. This is a Schiavin neatly away. And headed over his own bar by Federico Balzaretti. And a decent start end to end. Arshavin there certainly getting the better of Andrea Barzagli. Zhirkov leaves it to Arshavin. Little dummy by Denisov. Zhagoev, and first save of the match made by Gianluigi Buffon from the Siska midfielder. One of Russia's young talents, Alan Zhagoev, the second youngest player in the Russia squad. Marchisio, Balotelli, Montalivo, Balotelli again. Zhirkov. Babkin, big night for him, making his debut tonight for Russia. Arshavin. What a popper goal, worth a go, I suppose, from Andrei Arshavin, who played pretty well as the season went on in Russia after arriving in the winter from Arsenal. Seemed to get better as the weeks went on and was very influential in the end for Zenit's title lift, and an Italian in Luciano Spalletti. Pirlo winning his 83rd cap tonight, and it breaks here to Zhiryanov. Kazakov. Buffon prevents the corner. Kazakov, another of the Zenit players who's had a terrific season in Russia. Player who was top scorer for Russia in their qualification campaign for Euro 2008, then wasn't picked in the squad by Husidik. There's another Dutchman in charge now of Russia. Cassano's little flick just doesn't find Marchisio. Arshavin, that's a good ball. Well, I don't know why Kazakov stopped his run there. Would have been an outside chance, I suppose, of getting it. There is Dick Advocaat, who will be leaving the Russia job after the European Championships. He'll be taking over at PSV Eindhoven. Of course, took over from Husidik after Russia failed to qualify for the World Cup for 2010. Surprisingly lost that playoff against Slovenia. Italy, of course, pretty much disappointed at the World Cup in South Africa. Failed to get out of the group stages. Balzaretti finds Pirlo. Zhirkov doesn't come away with it. Cassano does, and how great is it to see Cassano back on the pitch. Balotelli could be in here. Mario Balotelli, and that's a decent save by Malafeyev. Best chance of the game so far. Lovely ball by Pirlo, absolutely pinpoint. Great run by Balotelli, timed it superbly, and I think that hit the head of Malafeyev, you know. Not sure the goalkeeper meant to save it like this. In fact, maybe his hands were there in front of his head. Decent stop by the Zenit goalkeeper, who really is playing for the #1 position. Many expected Igor Akinfeev, the long-time #1 for Russia, to be in goal. There's the coach of Italy, Cesare Prandelli. Here comes the corner, and just couldn't get enough on that. De Rossi was flying in, wearing that bandage. De Rossi has got a little fracture on one of his fingers. But wasn't that a wonderful ball by Andrea Pirlo? It's amazing that Milan didn't want to renew his contract, so Juventus picked him up, and he was a really important part in winning that title. A lot of talk about Balotelli, of course, and says he promises not to get sent off at the European Championships. Kazakov. Zhirkov free to the left. Arshavin goes towards Zhirkov. Good first-time ball off the post. Alexander Kazakov clips the outside of the post. Lovely first-time ball by Zhirkov. Kazakov met it on the volley. Buffon was beaten. Well, you can't complain about the goalmouth chances in the opening 10 minutes. Maggio, Cassano keeps it in play. Doesn't play the intended pass to Cristian Maggio. Another player who's coming into these championships in terrific form after just winning Napoli their first trophy in 22 years. Yeah, interesting the choice of Malafeyev in goal. Don't know how much we can read into it, but surely being picked as #1 in the final friendly indicates that he could well be #1 when Russia turn up for their first match next week against the Czech Republic, June the 8th. Italy's European Championship start against Spain on the 10th of June. Croatia 4 days later, then finish up against the Republic of Ireland. Some feel Russia have got a pretty good group. Czech Republic, then the co-host Poland, and they finish off their group campaign against Greece. Pirlo, already seen what he can do given space, and he's trying it again. This time just couldn't quite find Balotelli, who's looked pretty lively so far. This is Konstantin Zhiryanov, the veteran in midfield for Russia. Zhirkov, the former Chelsea man. Denisov. Shavin. Zhiryanov. Now Nababkin, called up just last week when Shishkin fell ill. Vasilij Berezutski injured. Sergei Pashevolyuk injured. So Nababkin in. Here's a Shavin. Clips it to the far post, a good ball, and no chances taken by Marchisio. Out for a corner from the Juventus midfielder. Russia drew 0-0 on Tuesday night in front of, well, it's hard to think it was a four-figure sum. Only around 800 people in a training ground in Nyon, watching that 0-0 with Lithuania. But this is a very different kind of friendly to that one. Zhirkov with the corner, and a poor one. Montalivo just dropped a little deeper to pick up the ball here. Seen much of it so far. It's lovely. One touch there by Marchisio and Cassano. Italy were terrific in their qualification campaign. Absolutely superb. 1-8, drew 2 of their 10 games. Only conceded 2 goals. You'd make them actually a decent outside bet for the European Championships if it wasn't for the build-up. They've had a torrid week, really. I mean, obviously nothing they could do about the earthquake, and obviously we had that minute's silence before the game because of the 15 people that lost their life on Tuesday morning, 36 miles east of Parma. Cassano, Marchisio, lovely little flick, unfortunately for him. De Rossi had gone the other side. But you can see why Cesare Prandelli has received the plaudits for the way Italy play football. They certainly love to knock it about. Their passing at times can be irresistible. It's a foul committed by Igor Denisov, and the Zenit player apologises for his challenge on Montalivo here. One would think in a week's time that would be a yellow card. They Prandelli was saying actually yesterday that he'd had no problem if Italy were actually withdrawn from the European Championships if they were told not to turn up. He understands for the good of football, if that's what people want. Balotelli. Well, the Manchester City striker is never short of a headline or two. But it's been all positive so far for him in the opening quarter of an hour. African said last week he'd ordered it decided on his first team, 8 or 9 players certain to start. One would expect that for the game against the Czech Republic next week, Anyukov will be in at right back. But otherwise, this could be the team. Izmailov, I wonder whether he's done enough in the 2 friendlies to maybe start ahead of Zhagoev, but the Akinfeev-Malofeev goalkeeping situation may be still a debating point. Here's Pirlo. Balotelli. Marchisio calling it from the edge of the box, but Denisov brings it away. Pass from Zhagoev, just too heavy for Kozhakov. Balzaretti got well down that left-hand side, no Crescito. He's a favourite to start there at left-back for the Euros, a player who's been linked with the likes of Paris Saint-Germain and also AC Milan. Full forward by Berzagli. Loves to get forward Christian Maggio, who's been a regular under Prandelli. First time away by Zhirkov. Zhirianov finds Berezutski. Now Arshavin. Zhirianov. Zhirkov. He's played most of his football for Angie in that left midfield role. Shirokov, Arshavin, just a little too tight in there. Comfortable for Bonucci to get it away. Blocked by Daniele De Rossi, World Cup winner. Took one of the penalties in the shootout against France. Of course, he was banned for 4 matches at World Cup 2006, De Rossi, after an elbow on Brian McBride of America. Hard to believe that's already 6 years ago. Igor Denisov. Nababkin available here. He'll be keen to impress Nababkin. Probably won't play if Anyukov stays fit, but it's his Russia debut tonight. Big night for him. And of course, we do expect to see plenty of substitutions in the second half. Bonucci miscues here. It's out for a corner. And I think Prandelli in particular will be trying out a couple of formations in this game tonight. He suggested so in yesterday's press conference. Second corner of the game then to Russia. And after Zhirkov's tame effort for the first one, it's Alan Zhagoev, the player to take this one. Italy can break. Maggio showed a bit too much of that one. Well, 50-50 challenge with Zhirkov. Referee's given it Italy's way. Personally didn't see too much wrong with that. Balzaretti. Balotelli. Back to Balzaretti. Not a bad ball in, but Ignashevich had time to find his teammate Alexei Berezutski. Of course, twin Vasilite not in the squad because of his injury. Denisov, Arshavin, Shirokov. He could be an important player for Russia. Shirokov had a terrific season for Zenit St. Petersburg. Bit of a controversial character is Roman Shirokov. But there's no doubt he's been playing some terrific football for Zenit and for Russia as well. Pirlo gets it away well from Shirokov, and well, almost found Maggio, who might get a second bite of the cherry, but just overhit towards the Napoli fullback. 20 minutes gone, 0-0. Being chances for both ends. Kozhakov hitting the post, Balotelli saved really well by Malafeyev. Games unbeaten, actually, Russia. Have to go all the way back to February 2011 for their last defeat. Of course, they won the European Championships as the Soviet Union. Nicely done by Arshavin. Zhiryanov, 34 now. It's a good attempted pass towards Kozhakov. Just not quite coming off here. Kozhakov full of running. He is a hard-working centre-forward. Of course, there are options for Dick Advocaat in terms of strikers. Roman Pavlyuchenko, Pavel Pogrebniak. And the youngster Alexander Kokorin as well. Jago, a little short, Marchisio picks it up. Now Cassano, in towards De Rossi. Chances for Italy, Daniele De Rossi didn't get hold of it. But he's popped up in some key areas, De Rossi. The kind of area where you may have expected Montolivo to get it in between the two strikers, just in that hole, but De Rossi getting into some very good advanced positions. Denisov switches play to Yuri Zhirkov. Ignashevich. Zagoev heads it down. Nababkin, Shirokov, Kryzhakov, Arshavin. Zhiryanov tees it up. Shirokov. Well, I think Shirokov gives Arshavin a push there because he feels his Zenit teammate got in his way there. Nice build-up play by Russia, but case of too many cooks here, spoiling the broth. Me, you, no me. Not sure what Arshavin made of the little shove in his back after that. As I say, Shirokov is sometimes seen as a controversial character. Had a bit of a falling out with his own fans this season. It's just gone. Here is Zhiryanov. Little dummy by Shirokov, gets it back. Well, Russia's starting to play it around nicely in the final third over the last few minutes. Well covered by Andrei Bazagli, the former Wolfsburg centre-half. Pretty even first quarter of the game. Russia, though, with another corner. Andrea Shavin to take this one. Didn't get hold of the volley there, Alan Jagoev. Player who made his Russia debut at the age of just 18. And this man here made his Italy debut against Russia, albeit it was back in 1997. World's most expensive goalkeeper, of course, Gianluigi Buffon. Maggio, De Rossi. There's some space here. Marchisio finds Balotelli. Mario Balotelli. Cassano. Montolivo. Pirlo. Beautiful. De Rossi. Balotelli arriving. Well, that would have been a super goal. Oh, cries of Italia. That was fabulous. Look at this ball once again from Pirlo. Super run by De Rossi. Killed it brilliantly. Saw Balotelli arriving. Cassano was saying maybe could have pulled it back to me, but you can't really blame De Rossi there. It wasn't a bad ball in, was it? Jago. By Pirlo, and by Montolivo, Balotelli, Cassano, up against Berezutski, now got Nababkin for company as well. Marchisio joins to help in the attack here. Cassano, Montolivo's little flick, Pirlo. So calm on the ball, Cassano offside. Foul by Balzaretti. Well, no goals, but there's been plenty to savour here, and some encouragement, I would say, for both coaches, particularly for Italy when you consider they haven't played a competitive game since February, when they lost their friendly against the United States of America. Nababkin. Certainly encouragement in this partnership up front of Cassano and Balotelli. Balotelli very excited to play with Cassano. In fact, I understand he wanted to share rooms with Antonio Cassano, but I don't think that's happened. I think it's enough for Prandelli that they're sharing as a strike force on the pitch. Of course, Cassano used to be the bad boy of Italian football. I think maybe Balotelli has taken over that mantle. But I have to say, it's great to see Cassano on the pitch. Of course, a player, if you don't know the story, suffered a stroke back in October when he, after a match against Roma, and then he just came back playing for AC Milan in April. Many thought he wasn't going to recover in time, actually, to play at the European Championship. So fabulous to see Cassano just out on the pitch. First time ball by Zhiryanov. Jagoev chases, but easily covered by Bonucci. Cassano. It's a little short. This is Shirokov. Pulls it back. Arshavin. Terrific opportunity. Wasted. Konstantin Zhiryanov winning his 50th cap tonight. Good opportunity this. Kind of fell to the wrong man as far as Russia are concerned, but had so much time to pick his spot there. Balotelli. Fouled by Berezutski. Referee wants a word with Alexei Berezutski. No more of that, I think, was the sign language. Well, it was definitely a trip and a foul. Denisov robbed. De Rossi quickly on him. Cassano. Balotelli. De Rossi wanted it first time. Balotelli claiming his shirt was being pulled. One of the moments of the year, wasn't it, when he scored that penalty and revealed the T-shirt. Why always me? Of course, he played his part in the title for Manchester City, although after he got sent off against Arsenal, he was left out of the team and then came on as a sub in the final game. He set up Sergio Aguero for that winning goal to win the title. Zhagoev here. Kozhakov leaves it. Another chance for Zhiryanov. Well, suddenly, Russia finding some good chances here, but as I say, Zhiryanov maybe not the sharpest shooter in the side. A little closer than he was with the effort a couple of minutes ago. It is a friendly after all. Cassano. Montolivo. Well, it'll be interesting to see who does come on in this game, but you'd think that Frandetti might want to have a look at the atomic ant that is Sebastian Giovinco. Here's Kozhakov. Well, I was going to say he's got Arshavin to aim for, but he went for goal. Missed it by some margin. The team sheets I've got, there's only 8 Russian substitutes and 2 of them are goalkeepers. Shirokov, Kozhakov, Zhagoev. Can he take the ball with him? Zhagoev gets the shot in, comes off Bazagli and out for a corner. Well, they're getting some chances here, aren't they? Berezutski and Ignashevich, the 2 centre-halves, naturally coming up for this set piece. It's a good one. Zhirkov! Super save by Buffon. Well, it's a good save by the Italian goalkeeper, but he was picking up Zhirkov. Here's Balotelli. Montolivo makes the run. Zhagoev is with him. Balotelli's available again. Cassano's with him, but it all comes down to absolutely nothing in the end for Italy. And back down the other end we go with Andrea Arshavin. Denisov. Zhiryanov. Zhirkov available again. Good save by Buffon from the Angie Makashkala left-sided player, who runs the ball out of play. Well, corner's given. Here's the previous corner. 34 years of age and still going strong, Gianluigi Buffon. Sharvin's corner, headed up by Balotelli. Djagoev can put it back in, and it's the other striker for Italy who deals with the issue, Antonio Cassano. Just being pulled back there by Djagoev. Balotelli, cut up by Zhirkov. Now Zhirkov. Margio, Cassano offside. Sharvin. Giuliano tried to play the return ball, and then Sharvin bundles into Andrea Bazzagli, the player who came back into the international fold after a 3-year absence in October. De Rossi. On by Balzaretti to Marchisio. Balzaretti again. Montolivo. Now Pirlo. Another delicious ball. Offside though for Mario Marchisio. And he applauds the ball. And I tell you what, Andrea Pirlo has still got it. Reminds me of watching Paul Scholes play in the second half of the season for Manchester United. Denisov. Sharvin. Nababkin makes a forward run. He's picked out here, the full-back. Decent ball in, headed up by Maggio. Nababkin gets another chance. Finds Sharvin. Runs into Marchisio. And the Juventus man wins a free kick as well. Maggio. De Rossi. Cassano wants it out on that left-hand side. Balzaretti. This is Cassano. Pirlo. Surely offside. Cassano, indeed. Won't count. Offside by a good few yards there, Antonio Cassano. Well, 1-1, Russia drew with Uruguay last week, then that 0-0 against Lithuania. Here they are 0-0 again. Malafeev had to make a smart save. Buffon at the other end. Zhirkov hit the post. Pirlo. Out wide to Federico Balzaretti. Cassano. Montolivo. Balzaretti. Italy pinging around. Pirlo. The ball with the outside of his foot. Shirokov fails to get hold of it, so Marchisio picks it up. Pirlo once more. Again, trying the audacious there, Andrea Pirlo. Cesare Prandelli, of course, who made a real name for himself on the European stage with Fiorentina. And a popular figure amongst the Italian journalists. Nicknamed l'Italia del Sorriso, the Italy of Smiles. Headed up by Bonucci. Denisov. Helped on by Arshavin. Really well. Zhirkov. Not a bad ball in. But, Buffon get there of Kryzhakov. De Rossi taking a risk. Won by Shirokov. This is Zhagoev. Zhirkov. Arshavin. Cassano will chase it, but Malafeyev always going to get here first. Nababkin. Inside the final 5 minutes of a first half that's gone pretty quickly. Of course, there will be changes, I'm sure, made at half-time. And obviously, when you have substitutions in these international friendlies, it spoils the rhythm of the game a little bit. You can understand if both coaches want to make changes. This is their last chance to try out some tactical innovations before the European Championships. Zhiryanov. Denisov. Nice pass. Finds Nababkin. Siska right back. Zhiryanov. Nababkin won't keep that in play. Montolivo caught by Denisov. Taking the free kick quickly. De Rossi. Maggio overlapping. Maggio, Balotelli in the centre, others arriving as well, but could only pick out Berezutski. No one really picking up Maggio when he makes these runs down the right-hand side. Pirlo, once he got up his sleeve this time. Free kick, little nudge by Zhirkov into the back of the aforementioned Maggio. Well, Andrea Pirlo, we've seen him pick out the passes. He could hit a pretty decent free kick as well. It's probably just too far out. Well, maybe within shooting range. Four in the wall here for Russia. Pirlo does go for goal and hits the top of the net. Well, Cassano is convinced that Malafeyev got a hand onto this. May have done. Forward by Bonucci. Balotelli. Marchisio. Montolivo. Balzaretti in support. Here is the Palermo man. Just overran it. Italy have it back. Almost a misplaced pass there by Pirlo. Lovely turn by Cassano. Oh, you could see he was trying to feed it into Balotelli there. And I'm sure if it had found its way through, that would have been the opening goal of the game. Cassano, another nice touch. Marchisio, Balotelli, Maggio, plenty of blue shirts in the area. One of them was Montalivo, whose acrobatics goes well wide. Diverted on target there, Ricardo Montalivo. Balotelli on the chase, Berezitsky trying to do the covering, and the CSKA Moscow centre-half did enough. Balzaretti. Well, a couple of seconds early, but half-time whistle there from the Swiss referee, and pretty entertaining first 45 minutes there. No goals, but a couple of chances that could have gone in for either side. Of course, Kezhikov hitting the post, Balotelli saved well from the Russian goalkeeper Vyacheslav Malofeyev. We may see some changes here by Prandelli and Advocat at the half-time interval, but well, let's hope a similar fare and a similar standard then in the second half, and maybe even a goal or two. At the interval, though, it's Russia 0, Italy 0. It's a change at half-time for Russia in goal. Igor Akinfeev, the CSKA Moscow goalkeeper, comes in for Vyacheslav Malofeyev, which confuses the situation over who is Russia's number one a little more, because it's a half each, which Dick Advocat has given his Russian goalkeepers. Malofeyev, of course, the long-time number one, but injured for much of last season. As you can see, a change in goal as well for Italy, with Morgan De Sanctis going in goal, the veteran Napoli goalkeeper. And apart from that, I think we're as we were. No doubt who's number one for Italy. Just a fifth cap won in total now for De Sanctis, 35 years of age. So, the referee, Nikolai Hani, ready to get us underway here for the second half. Amateur Kaufman, let's hope for a similar standard to what we had in the first half. Well, goalless at the interval, but plenty of endeavour, plenty of opportunities in this, the final warm-up before the European Championships. Just a change of pace at half-time, both in goal. So Akinfeev in goal now for Russia, and De Sanctis in goal now for Italy. This is Zhagoev, Zhiryanov, Shirokov, Kryzhikov. Russia did create quite a few chances in that first half, and maybe another one here. Arshavin trying to lay it into Shirokov. First touch for Morgan De Sanctis. Well, Pirlo miscues a pass for once, but inside his own penalty area. Maggio is brought down by Roman Shirokov. No bookings made by the referee. I think generally he's trying to take the game in the spirit it's been played, but that wasn't a clever challenge, really, I think, by Shirokov. It was an intended foul. We will see, I'm sure, substitutions, outfield ones, in the second half. Pirlo. Balzaretti. Overhits his pass to Marchisio. Only met 4 times in total. Last time they met in 2005. Italy won by 2-0. Foul this time by Kazakov. Cassano. Balotelli. De Rossi. One back by Shirokov. Now Zhagoev. Kazakov here to his right. Sharvin's in the centre. Zhagoev offside. Bazaghi. Cassano's first time ball, easily cut out by Russia, and Shirokov plays it over the top. Kazakov's on the chase. Bonucci in his way. Kazakov gets it past him, but not past Bazagli. Of course, Chiellini you'd expect to be in the Italy team for the opening match. Here's Montalivo. Cassano, Marchisio to his left. Here is Claudio Marchisio. 9 goals in the title-winning season for Juventus. Balotelli. Builds the ball in by Marchisio. Met it well, Balotelli. Tall man, but statistically, Italy have the smallest and lightest squad at the Euros. Pirlo. Out by Bonucci. Pirlo. Balotelli's layoff to Maggio. Well, only one friendly for Italy in the build-up to these European Championships. Obviously, they intended to play Luxembourg on Tuesday, but not really too much of a chance for Prandelli to try out too many things. Here's Montalivo. Cassano through the centre, offside. That was a tight one. If it was offside, it was only just. Playing their way out of defence, but giving it away cheaply, although Shirokov's done the same. Mario Balotelli runs it out of play. Maggio, Balotelli. Lovely ball, Cassano. Oh, would have been a peach. Antonio Cassano applauds the ball from Balotelli. And this is an interesting strike partnership, isn't it? One that could really profit for Italy, should these two get it right. Super the way Cassano brings it down. You could see what he was trying to do. Marchisio, Balotelli, De Rossi, Marchisio. What a chance. Well, two chances in a couple of minutes there for Italy. Zirianov. Jagoev. Straight at Montolivo. Well, Claudio Marchisio fluffed his lines there, didn't he? So here comes a change, and it's going to be at left back a change. Balzaretti comes off, and it's going to be Ogbonna who's going to come on and replace him. The Torino defender makes way, comes on. Angelo Ogbonna, player with Nigerian parents, who just got promoted to Serie A with Torino this season. Ashava. Headed down, shot by Kajakov is wide. Nudge spotted there by Balotelli on Yuri Zhirkov, or spotted by the ref. Ogbonna. Just his third cap he's winning here tonight, Ogbonna. His second came in the friendly against America in February. De Rossi. Maggio. Taking on Zhirkov. Zhirkov did well to prevent the corner. Well, I'm not sure that was on purpose. Kajakov went down under the challenge of Brazagli, but I think that was an accidental trip. Referee saw it as a foul, though. Yeah, it was just a tangling of legs, wasn't it? Zirianov. Zhirkov comes back to Zirianov. Well, he's had a few chances tonight, hasn't he, the Zenit man? Kissio, now Balotelli. I'm happy with that challenge. Djagoev went in on the Manchester City striker. Free kick taken quickly. Pirlo. Maggio, as always, making himself available. Maggio, not far away. It's away by Bonner. Balotelli. Cheeky little back heel. Montalivo. Corner. Berezutski. Balotelli. No doubting his talent, is there? Wasn't it Jose Mourinho said he only had one brain cell? Breaks to Pirlo. Cassano. Now, can he pick out another blue shirt? He can, it's Pirlo! Oh, you fancied him from there. Cassano waited for the right pass, saw Pirlo lurking. The Italian fans in Switzerland singing away. Fair to say they are outnumbering their Russian counterparts. There's plenty of Italians in Switzerland itself. Here's Maggio, De Rossi, Balotelli, Cassano! Well, got that all wrong. Should have been 1-0. Now it's Djagoev. No doubt who's had the better chances in the second half. It's been the team in blue. But here's Shirokov. And now a chance for Russia. Kozhakov scores. Alexander Kozhakov gives Russia the lead. Nothing at all that Morgan De Sanctis could do about that. Zhiryanov linking up with Shirokov. It broke to Kozhakov. He hit the post in the first half. This time he found the corner. And the Zenit striker in his 60th cap scores his 19th international goal. And Dick Advocaat's side here have themselves in front. Russia have never beaten Italy before, and they could be in for a morale-boosting win ahead of the European Championships. Half an hour still to play here. As you can see, substitution made as well. Thiago Motta has come on. Thiago Motta, who is playing for Paris Saint-Germain, and Nocerino, the AC Milan midfielder, also on. He replacing Montalivo. Don't think that's anything to do with the goal. I think it's just that the hour mark has popped up, and one would suspect that Prandelli was going to make those changes, whatever. It would suggest he's going to a different formation now here as well, maybe a 4-4-2. Here is Thiago Motta. change for Russia. Roman Pavlyuchenko is going to come on and replace Kozhakov, who got his goal, just like he did against Uruguay last week. And one would think he will now be the #1 striker for Russia heading into Euro 2012. Alexander Kozhakov has got his goal, and he gets a handshake and a pat on the back from his manager. So on comes Roman Pavlyuchenko, who said himself he was very surprised he was actually picked for this Russia squad. In fact, he said he was shocked. Came on at half-time against Lithuania last week. That's the only part he's had to play in these friendlies, so he's got an opportunity here. Of course, still hasn't played much football in the season just gone. Hardly played at all for Tottenham, and then when he moved back to Russia, to Lokomotiv, he missed the last few matches of the season as well with injury. Tumbling into the running track. Here is Pavlyuchenko, fabulous ball, finds a Sharvin. Zhago is in the centre, Pavlyuchenko's there too. DeSantis just about tips it over the bar. May have come off a defender on the way. Yeah, indeed, it did come off Maggio. Russia nearly 2 to the good there. Zhirkov's ball in, right across the face of the air as Pavlyuchenko went in. Well, he has got a terrific record international level, 20 goals in 45 internationals, Roman Pavlyuchenko. And some would say he's pretty unlucky at Tottenham as well. When he played, did score a few goals. Sharvin, not his best ball in. Did he give it away cheaply? Shirokov snuffed out by Pirlo. Balotelli. Chirino is out to his right. There's hardly had a touch since he's come on. Ogbonna now. This is Motta. Thiago Motta. He left Inter Milan in January to go to PSG. Ogbonna has got away from Nababkin, but he's past any found Berezutski. Zhagoev overruns it. This is Ogbonna again. Pirlo. Pirlo got a little fortunate there. Challenge from Zhagoev, seen as a foul. Strong running by Ogbonna. Pirlo trying to win it back. Italy looking to try and get up level terms again. Free kick goes against them. Shirokov, Zhagoev. Decent effort, but Nababkin had made a good run for him down that right-hand side. Interesting challenge by Sharvin there on Andrea Brazagli. Gets a yellow card. First of the game. They call that a striker's tackle, don't they? Hit Long over the top towards Balotelli. Akinfe have read the situation well. Thiago Motta and Marchisio. It's incredible in Italy had all those chances at the start of the second half. Russia pretty much scored with their first decent chance in the second period. Maggio. Pirlo. Thiago Motta. Foul by Balotelli, and now he's going to get a yellow card. Can't really complain at that, can he? Here come some more changes. Well, good reception for Pirlo, quite right. Played very nicely indeed. And he's replaced by Antonio Di Natale. He's also coming on. Cassano off. And Giovinco, the other player, on. Now, two very promising players that have just come on for Italy. Antonio Di Natale, who's scored goals galore in the last 3 seasons in Serie A, and Sebastian Giovinco, who is a really difficult player to keep quiet on his day. Let's see what they can do here for Italy in the final 20 minutes or so. Di Natale, well, his last European Championships ended in dejection. He missed the spot kick against Spain that saw Italy dumped out of Euro 2008. 28 goals in 36 games, though, for Udinese. And here's Giovinco, first touch for him. The atomic ant is what he's known as. I think we can see why. Nocerino's ball in, and Balotelli almost, well, doesn't even hit the corner flag, because Giovinco's kept it in. Thiago Motta. Di Natale, first touch, little flick off. Nocerino can't get there, though. And I just think these last couple of substitutions just might give Italy a bit of an edge in the last 20 minutes. We'll see. Barzagli. Di Natale finds Giovinco. Maybe hits the cross, but it'll be picked up by Ogbonna. Play, apparently. Offside for Pavlyuchenko. Nocerino. Bonucci. Balotelli. Well, 20 minutes, roughly, for Italy to try and find an equalising goal. Barzagli, clearly fouled by Pavlyuchenko. It's the strikers who are all going in the book, isn't it? Balotelli, Pavlyuchenko, and Sharvin. That's why there's strikers and not midfield backlets. Long way out, but Balotelli has put it down with some purpose here. Fully 30 metres out. I think he's got his eyes for goal here. Are we going to see Super Mario? Not quite, into the wall. Bonucci loses possession, but it breaks nicely for Italy. Di Natale, good hit. Now, Antonio Di Natale. Pavlyuchenko. This is the shot from Di Natale, which was watched all the way by Akinfeev. Maggio. Jovinko's lurking. Maggio. Nocerino. Jovinko. Nocerino, offside. Well, it's no doubt, is it? It's Italy doing most of the running here in the closing stages, but clearly offside. Antonio Nocerino. Was it that typical Italian show of dismay? Jagoev on the chase, but De Santis always going to get there first. Pavlyuchenko, Zhirkov, Arshavin, Shirakov. Well, goalkeeper Kane, Shirakov, empty net, 2-0. Well, shambles at the back for Italy. Simple goal for Roman Shirakov, couldn't miss. And it looks as if Russia are going to get their first win over Italy here. Shirakov involved in the build-up, but Maggio said to the goalkeeper, that's yours. Goalkeeper didn't get there in time, went straight to Roman Shirakov. Simple goal in the end. But goalkeeper and defender there in a bit of a muddle. And it's Russian smiles at 2-0. Fifth international goal for Roman Shirakov. Scored 5 goals in the Champions League this season, did Shirakov. The season just gone. Jovinko. Ogbonna. Thiago Motta, free kick. Jovinko, that's a foul. Well, he's a live wire, is Sebastian Jovinko. Certainly going to be a useful substitute for Cesare Prandelli during the European Championships. Balotelli tried one from a good few metres away from this point. This is much more in range. Jovinko over it as well. It is going to be Jovinko. And it was way off the mark. Just comes off the back of his best season in Italy. Jovinko, 15 goals for Parma in the season just gone, more than double his previous best. Many believe he could be back at Juventus sooner rather than later, but the Parma president said he's worth €40 million. There's no doubt Russia were poor against Lithuania on Tuesday night, 0-0. The Russian press were fairly critical. Dick Advocaat says you'll see a different Italy tonight, different match. Says the players would be much more motivated for tonight's game. Kind of helped they played in front of such a small crowd in Neon, and here they are 2-0 up against Italy. And I suppose you could say scoreline to be expected at the end of what's been a tough week in the Italian camp. Can't read too much into these friendly results, really. Breaks to Marchisio. Jovinko's arriving, and that's well watched by Igor Akinfeev. Did well there, the goalkeeper. Denisov, free kick. Zhirkov lays it in, Sharvin can't get there. Balotelli went in for a challenge. Russian player down holding his face. Looks like Nababkin has hurt his neck here. As it's rather his throat. The car watches on. Had a real problem with fullbacks of Russia, but I think it's just Balotelli's boot that's called him here. Or was it his arm? He says he's fine, if not now a little wet. Ogbonna. Bonucci. Man was up against Jovinko. Well, Cesare Prandelli, I'm sure won't be happy to see the scoreline, but I'm sure he'll say he'll take something out of this game. It was, of course, only the one friendly for them. They had to try a few things out. More important, as far as he's concerned, will be the match on June the 10th against Spain. Balotelli called in a little bit of a sandwich there. Jovinko towards Balotelli. Denisov. Shirokov, scorer of the second goal. Nababkin. Zhangoev didn't appreciate that pass. Well, we're inside the final 10 minutes. Looks like it's going to be a win for Russia here. Nocerino, Di Natale, Nocerino to Maggio. Shavin with the clean challenge this time. Denisov. Marchisio. Play on, says the referee. Balotelli does that. Now it's a free kick, foul by Shirokov. Referee allowed that one to go on. Just about a handshake at the end of it. Well, they've had a couple of free kicks in the last 10 minutes, and neither of them threatened the goal. Balotelli's turn. Better one this time, but watched wide by Akinfeev. Zhagoev's going to go off here. Indeed he is, and Alexander Kokorin, the youngest player in the Russian squad, is going to come on. Not long for Kokorin here to make his mark, but the Dinamo player, he can play up front or down the wing. Of course, he was picked ahead of Diniar Bililetdinov, the former Everton man. Nababkin. Shirokov. Kokorin gets his first touch of the ball. Denisov. Shavin. Comes out wide to Shirokov. Pavlichenko arriving. Zhirkov. Comes off Nocerino. That one, I think, will be Zhirkov's last contribution. And Dmitry Kombarov will replace Yuri Zhirkov here. Straight swap at left back. Both players actually comfortable in midfield as well. The Spartak man replacing the Anzhi Makachkala player. Nice turn by Denisov. Thiago Motta. Foul by Zirianov. Giovinco, Maggio, Nocerino, Thiago Motta. This is Marchisio. Some space here to exploit for Cristian Maggio. Balotelli, comfortable save for Akinfeev. He's had a decent game tonight, Balotelli. Kombarov, just on as a sub, of course, as has Kokorin, Denisov, Shirokov, Kokorin once more, Pavlyuchenko, away by Nocerino. Last couple of minutes then of what's been an interesting friendly. Here's Pavlyuchenko, Russia looking for a third. Kokorin, there is the third. Shirokov gets his second of the game. And it's a pretty flattering scoreline, you have to say, for Russia, but well, they've taken their chances here. Italy's defence again exposed, Kokorin's ball in. And once again it was Maggio there at right back who didn't deal with things. Just helped it to Shirokov, who had a simple chance once again. 2 easy goals tonight for the Zenit player. He was Johnny on the spot again. Well, I'm sure a few people around Europe might take note of this result. Italy, of course, will try and play it down as a scoreline and say it's what about trying out players, and of course they have made a number of substitutions as the half has gone on. But 3-0 it is. All the goals in the last half an hour. Here's Giovinco. Can Italy get a consolation? Balotelli. Well, what a save that is by Akinfeev. Looked like he had got a consolation there, Balotelli. Terrific save by the man who's desperate to be Russia's #1 once again. Just a corner then for Italy. Giovinco to take. And it was Maggio's header that went high and wide, and that should bring proceedings to an end. Of course, if we were going to have added on time for all the substitutions, we might be here for another 20 minutes, but this is a friendly, and there goes the full-time whistle. An emphatic scoreline, you have to say, in the end for Russia here. Alexander Kozhakov got the scoring underway just before the hour mark, and then 2 goals from Roman Shirokov. 2 gifts, really, you have to say, for the Zenit midfielder. And it's an end of a pretty miserable week for Italy that started with police raids, the abandonment of a game because of an earthquake, and then this scoreline here in Switzerland. For Russia, well, a huge boost ahead of the European Championships, just what Dick Advocaat would have wanted. Read into it what you will, it is a friendly only after all, but the scoreline, well, it makes pretty pleasant reading for Russian eyes. It's finished, Italy 0, Russia 3.
Experience the flair and the passion of South American football on Setanta Sports with live and exclusive coverage of the Argentine Primera Division. Watch 2 exciting and unpredictable matches from every round, featuring some of South America's footballing champions, including Boca Juniors. Plus, follow the season-long Apertura and Clausura tournaments. The Argentine Primera Division, live and exclusive on Setanta Sports.
This game has no room for doubt. No place for fear. There is no hesitation. You must be in every instant.